This is the season of You Talkshow, where putting yourself first is always in season. Life is bound to suck at times, and that is why I made this space where you can learn tips and tricks to navigate the suck. In this space, we honor and grow through seasons of singleness, seasons of sadness, seasons of celebration, seasons of hope, and also seasons of nope. So go ahead, crack open a Celt with your new BFF and life coach, Megan herself, me, and let's dive into today's show. Hello and welcome to this episode of the season of You Talk Show. I am so excited to have you here today. Today we are going to be talking about going all in and why going in is so scary. And for me, I have had my own challenges with this concept of all in and believing in myself. And I think that if you are anything like me, or if you have a big dream and a big goal and your heart is so big to serve and help others, then keep listening because you will truly find this episode so helpful. This was inspired because my word for 2022 is full send baby. Okay? I mean, I know that's technically 3 words, but for me, that is going to be my motto for the year 2022, which is wild because it still feels like 2019. I don't even know where these last 2 years went, but in the last 2 years, I've had a lot of growing and healing and breaking and building myself back up. And I'm so happy for those years that feel like a blur. But today we are going to be talking about going all in. So for me, all in means full send. Now, I'm probably not even cool enough to know if I am saying the thing correctly, but what I am trying to say is I will not back down to anything because I am afraid, because I think I'm not good enough, because there are too many people doing what I'm doing. This is the year that I stop getting distracted. This is the year that I stop putting other people before my goals and my dreams. This is the year that I finally listen to what is in my heart that has been there since the very beginning. This is the year that I go full send, all in. And now, if you are unsure about what you want to do this year or what your word is going to be, I did a poll on my Instagram. Somebody said their word of this year is no, because guess what? Setting boundaries is so important. Another one was mindfulness. Another one was execution, consistency. There were so many great ones. But for me, is full send. So I was watching Instagram the other day and a story came up of this girl that I love. She's actually going to be on the podcast. And she made a story about how when she worked at a job she didn't like, in a field she loved, she was late to work every single day. She barely put a bra on to get there, okay? She strolled up, she had one eye open with a toothpick, and she just cruised in there, miserable as all get out, okay? But then she opened up her own practice and she loves it. She showed up an hour early. She looked fly, okay? She was popping and she loved what she did. And it just goes to show you, when you go full send, when you go all in on your dreams, you then show up as the best version of yourself. I was having another conversation this week with another one of my friends, and they were saying how come a certain time in 2022, they are going all in on their business. They're going to eat shit, and they're going to build it up from the ground up. And I am like, how can I support you? Because again, going all in is the way that you get everything out. And I think that so often we are told that we need to do all of these different things. We need to focus on all of these different things. We need to do this and do that and do this and do this, that we're just so distracted. We're distracted by juggling things that aren't even there. We're distracted by societal standards. We're distracted by what we think we should do. We're distracted by our family. We're distracted by people saying we're not enough. We're doing too much. We're not enough. We're just fucking distracted. We need to get undistracted. And we need to focus on the things that are going to bring us closer to where we want to be and who we want to be. So that is what this is today. Now, what I want everyone to think about when they think about going all in is think about one customer you want to help or one person you want to help. So maybe this year you want to help your sister. I don't know. I don't have a sister, but if I had one, I'd want to help her, I guess. Let's say you want to help your sister. If you do have a business, say you want to help one particular customer. You provide one solution. So for me, it's Cafe Confidence. All I'm doing this year is Cafe Confidence. I am pimping the shit out of Cafe Confidence because I know it is going to change lives. It is a community and a membership that will help women get to the next level of their life. I know that. And so all 2022, I'll be pimping that out. What's the one thing you're going to do? And with one channel, I am going all in, full send baby on my podcast. Now, I know that you see me here and this is technically quote unquote my podcast room, but it's just going to get better. We're going to have guests. We're going to have actual practical advice to help you through every season of your life with experts in the field and with normal women who are just going through it. So again, those are my three. Who is your one person? What is your one solution? And what is your one channel? If you nail those down and block out every distraction, you will see such a dramatic change. Now, recently I did a podcast on an influencer and she shared me out to 171,000 of her followers. That is amazing. That's what happened when you take a risk. I wasn't sure if she would like the episode or if she would make me take it down. I really wasn't sure. But when you go all in, when you say, all right, we gonna do it, we gonna see what happens, you know, they say ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's the type of energy we need to go into 2022 with, but always with pure intentions. Okay, so think about the long game. This year, and every year, I feel like we are just more and more attracted and drawn to instant gratification. It's what can we get now? What can we get now? If I do this, what will I get? If I do this, what will do this? What is the immediate reaction? But I want you to think about the long game. What is something you want at the end of this year? Now, when it comes to believing in yourself and going all in, a lot of the times we freeze. Why me? Why am I allowed to do this? Why am I certified to do this? Who put this in my heart? Well, let me tell you something. If God, Jesus, whatever you believe in, the universe, put this in your soul to speak about and to share and to educate and put you on the journey you went on to go through the trials and hell and tribulations that you've overcome, then you are qualified and you are supposed to be here. None of this is an accident. None of this is an accident. You are exactly where you are supposed to be with the knowledge and experiences that you have had because those knowledges and experiences are here to change lives. And I want you to understand the power you have in changing lives. So when you ever doubt yourself and if you ever say, nope, this just isn't for me, there's somebody out there already doing it and like they're crushing it. No. What will you feel like if you show up for you every single day? If you show up on the Instagram and you decide that you're going to just post about your dog every day, that's great. You're creating a habit. You're showing up. Now, how can you show up for yourself? How can you show up for other people? How can you show up in a way that allows women or men or children or mothers not feel so alone and to feel seen? Because at the end of the day, everybody just wants to feel seen. So how can you help someone feel seen today? And then how can you help someone feel seen tomorrow? And how can you help someone feel seen the next day? We are all just humans having this human experience, and we all just want to feel seen. So if you are able to help someone feel seen and solve their problem, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And let me tell you, you're not on this planet to just fall into a pile of mush. Like, I feel like we just get so in this mode and in this this hamster wheel, if you will, that we're just like, oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. Life's fine. Work's fine. My wife's fine. My husband's fine. My kids are fine. Everything's fine. But is it fucking fine, or are you miserable? You're definitely miserable. And I don't want you to be miserable. And I know I sound so mean right now, but here's the thing. I don't want you to be miserable, and you don't want to be miserable either. But the thing is you're just around people and you've created this habit where you're so easily led to the it's fine. Do you even know what it's fine means? I will be in friendships and somebody will say something over and over and over again until it has no meaning. And I'm like, all right, that word is banned. We are no longer saying that word because it no longer has meaning. It once had a positive meaning and now it has a negative connotation, and we're not doing it because I need you and you need you to understand the actual meanings and feelings that you feel with those words. Now, I think when you go all in with something, you need to be centered around one anchor. Maybe two, but definitely one. And the first one is gratitude. You need to be grateful. You need to be grateful for the one person who messages you and say, hey, I randomly found your stuff and I love what you're doing. I love your voice. You bring me great peace. That message needs to feel like you won the fucking Grammys, okay? Because let me tell you, that's a real person. You are changing a real person's life. And it's so easy to get distracted by the what ifs, maybe, I don't know, possibly, I don't know, I'm not even making a difference, oh my God, that you miss everyone you're helping in the process. So you need to anchor yourself in something, and that anchor is gratitude. When somebody shares your reel, say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. When somebody likes your post, thank you. Reach out to them, ask how they're doing, check in with them. Are you doing good? I just want to make sure you're doing okay. I know you have XYZ. Get to know people. This is so important when you center yourself in gratitude. Now, gratitude is not just a word. And I think like people are like thankful, grateful, blessed. And I always joke like a white woman's kitchen wall. But like the thing is that gratitude is more than just a word. Gratitude is something that you feel deep within your soul. And if you've never felt gratitude, that's okay. You can start today. And all you have to do is genuinely be aware of moments that happen in your life that you're like, wow, I am so grateful. Now, grateful needs to have this meaning connected to it that you can feel. Now, it's not just that you're grateful because you won $1 million or everyone's healthy, but it's the, wow, my car worked today. I am so grateful. I was able to go put gas in my car and enjoy the sunshine. I am so grateful. I was able to have this did happen to me today. I had the best latte. I made the best latte today, and I literally sat there for 4 minutes and I was like, oh, yes, I am literally so grateful for this latte. It is bringing me so much joy. And I think when we stop looking for joy outside of us, and start looking for joy in everyday moments and expressing our gratitude in that moment for that experience we just had. But when we start expressing gratitude in the moments, it's the small moments that bring us the greatest amount of gratitude, when we're aware of those small things that you would have otherwise just pushed off and forgotten. These are the moments that build up your ability to feel grateful. And if you are starting this new season where you need to be anchored in something, when you go all in, be anchored in gratitude, because then you won't lose sight of the overall mission. And you also won't lose sight of everyone who's helping you get there. Because let me tell you something, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, it's not just going to happen overnight. It's going to take a minute, and it's going to take a while, and it's going to take other people who are willing to help you get there. Every share, every give, every like, every interaction, every message is another opportunity for you to understand and feel gratitude. So when you go all in on anything, just be grateful, because everything can be over in an instant. And if you understood the gratitude you felt, you will never feel like you missed anything a day in your life. So please, if you start on this journey of going all in, make sure it is centered in gratitude. I also want you to think about centering it in vision. So overall, what is your mission? Who do you want to help? Where do you want to go? For me, I always say this, but I never knew my mission or purpose or anything like that. And I probably still don't, but I never had a motivation so big that was so much bigger than me until I dedicated my life to something that is bigger than me. When I tried to find it myself, it was always self-fulfilling and it always fizzled out. But I am literally not telling you, I am not telling anybody to go find Jesus Christ, but I am saying that once I committed my life to God, my entire life changed. I am now doing things that I never thought was possible. I never used to be able to commit to posting on social media. I never had one clear direction. I never had this. I never did this. I never did this. But then I decided to, it was weird, really weird how it happened. One day I'll do a podcast on my faith journey, but what happened, it just all happened so organically and it seamlessly. And I then fell into a new set of habits that changed my life. And it was now anchored in vision. And my vision is I want every woman on planet Earth to know that happiness is an option. And I will go to very high lengths to make sure that they know that it is an option. So all of this to say, if you are wanting to go all in, focus on gratitude, focus on feeling gratitude, not just saying it. Focus on what is your mission. Go all in yourself. Believe in yourself. Anytime you feel like less than, anytime you feel like not enough, anytime you feel like, oh, well, there's somebody else out there, remember that there's not a you. You are the thing that people want. You are the thing that they come back for. Listen, I am weird as fuck. People love it. Because guess what? I am me. I am the most authentic version of myself. And that is something that will not change. Because I am who I am. And people want you for you. They don't want you for the fake version of you. They want to show up and understand who you are fully and authentically. Because then they get to trust you. And then they get to like you. And then they get to know you. And now you have somebody who's with you. And at the end of the day, all we need are people that are with us, because the best way to do anything is with people who are with you. Now, thinking about the long game too, if you are on the fence about doing something, ask yourself, does this match my end vision? And I talk about this all the time, but I personally have a lot of things I want to do, but they don't match my vision. So I just don't do them. So an example would be, I was selling new skin earlier and I'm still an affiliate, but it was clogging my messaging for helping women see that happiness is an option. So I said, all right, this is going to go for right now. Maybe eventually, like when Cafe Confidence is popping and, I have more time, or I have that going, then I can add back in another piece of the Megan puzzle. But for right now, I am just focusing on my one person, my one solution, and my one channel. And if you take anything from this, take that. Go all in for 3 months, for 6 months, for 9 months, for 12 months. I am going all in for 12 months. And I would love for you to join me. There is nothing on this world that you can't do. There is nothing inside of you that can be stopped, because you are you and no one else is that. So I hope that this was helpful to help you understand how grateful you can be when small changes happen, and how much progress you actually make towards your goal once you have one set goal. If you know what you're working towards, it will be so easy to get there. So again, check out Cafe Confidence if you are looking for a next level crew for the next level you, getting helpful tips, live events, everything like that to help you become less anxious and more you. Go ahead and check the comments. Cafe Confidence will be down there. It's $1 a day, $30 a month. And I did that because I want ladies who feel like they have nothing else to give to be able to have a space that is sacred for them. So go ahead, check it out in the link below. And also, thank you so much for joining me today on today's episode. But for now, Megan herself